I don't know what I'm confused. I don't know what I don't know, literally. Some thoughts probably should not be said out loud, but I recorded mine. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast where I share my thoughts on the internet with all of you. So this past weekend was the 4th of July, and I decided, I didn't decide. I got lazy, and the closest it came to I'm not editing any of this out. So the closer it got to the 4th, the more I was like, there's no way I can bust an episode out. And sure enough, I ended up on like a 4-day banger, tired as can be, and knew that there was like not a chance that I was gonna make another episode. So that was on me. But also, if I want to have an excuse, it's a holiday weekend, right? I can use that as an excuse, right? Yeah, no. Anyway, so I do want to talk about my 4th for a second, because the past couple years, and I don't know if it's just from COVID or if it was even before COVID, but the past couple of years, July as a whole has just sucked for me. Like, July is just not a good month for me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what curse I got. I don't know who I ticked off. But the month of July, always just like I go into a depression rut really bad. Like whack things happen to me. Yeah, so my 4th, it was a little wacky. It was not the norm. And I'm definitely still emotionally recovering from it. But, like, I'm doing okay, I'm doing okay. But, yeah, my 4th, honestly, if, like, you were a stranger, not a stranger, you're a coworker. You're one of my coworkers. You're like, oh, like, how was your 4th? I'd be like, honestly, not the best. Not great. Not great. But I did see fireworks. So, that's it. I don't know. So, yeah, but I guess, honestly, this year, though, it feels really weird celebrating freedom when I, as a woman in the United States, feel like I don't have any. But this is not a political podcast, and I'm not about to make this into a political podcast. So if you want my points of views on a little bit more controversial topics, my Instagram and my TikTok, I'm very unfiltered on there. Go ahead and check those out. So now that I have that out of the way, I literally just want to sit and talk to you guys about, like, things. Just, like, I was walking around my house and I was trying to, like, clean, and when I clean, I just get so many thoughts and so many, like, things that I just want to talk and I need to talk about to someone. And now that I'm sitting down with this microphone, I'm like, what did I plan to do? Not a clue. So, I did get my nails done, though, and let's talk about that. Didn't I talk about that in the last podcast? Maybe not. But they're pink, gray, and white right now, and they're very cute. It makes me feel nice, right? So, I do have a list of topics today, sorta, kinda. I have things that I'm embarrassed about for no reason, and things that confuse me. Why I wrote these things down, I don't know. We're going to start out, though, with things that confuse me. I'm sure that if I took, like, a longer amount of time with these lists, that I could definitely go on and on and on about them. But this is, like, from the top of my head when I was in a car ride, this is what I managed to get out. So, things that confuse me. Motorcycles in the drive-thru. That is what inspired this entire list. I was at Taco Bell with my friend Nicole, and we were like a couple cars back, and first off, some lady got out of her car in the drive-thru, walked in front of our car, and then continued to like scream in the drive-thru window. And like I thought about honking my horn, like every time she opened her mouth, if I would just like honk, like haha. But then I also was afraid that she was gonna climb through my window. Anyway, so while we were in this drive-thru, there was a motorcycle like a couple cars ahead of us, and I'm like, I guess it's allowed. Like, who am I to say you can't bring your motorcycle through the drive-thru? But, like, how are you going to carry everything, sis? Like, you good? What's the plan? Like, are there cup holders on motorcycles? How are you going to hold the bag? I don't think you can drive a motorcycle with one hand. I mean, maybe, but not for a long amount of time. Like, I just don't get it. It confuses me, and I don't get it. Another thing, though, that goes along with drive-thrus, I've never worked in, like, a fast food establishment or a fast food place, but I do want to know, do you guys, like, if someone has, like, their radio or, like, the bass in their car, or, like, their system, you know, like, so loud because they think they're so cool to, like, blast it while they're in the drive-thru, can you hear that on, like, the headsets when you guys work in there? Because I always feel really bad, and I, like, turn my radio down, I turn, like, the bass down and stuff, and I'm like, that's gotta be annoying. I know it's annoying for me, and I'm not even, like, working. That's all. That was my question. There's more on my list, though. Please hold. Ugh. Sometimes my phone just doesn't read my fingerprint, and it makes me upset. Okay. Another thing that confuses me. The concept of Bluetooth. This also could go with, like, the concept of, like, wireless internet. Like, I don't understand how my phone can connect to your, like, fancy Bluetooth speaker, and it just, like, plays music. Like, I don't get it. How does that... I understand, sorta, that, like, there's a connection, or, like, the radioactive waves or something like that, or, like, the internet. How can, like, I sit in a different room, and, like, my phone just connects, and then I'm just on the internet, and I could just, like, go on Google, and, like, everything's on there. Like, where is it? Is there, like, a limited amount of, like, Bluetooth that can be in the air? Or, like, because it's invisible. You can't see it, but there's, like, so much. It can't be healthy. Because, like, the radio waves or something. I can't even explain it. I can't even explain my question because I'm so confused. I feel like I'm sitting in a math class right now. I don't know what I'm confused. I don't know what I don't know, literally. I don't know. I hope one of you can explain it to me. I also am confused about why I literally feel like crap when I get a good amount of sleep. I can sleep for so long. I can nap all day, and then I can sleep solid through the night, and then I can even sleep in the next day. I can go to bed early and still wake up late. Like, I could get so many hours of sleep. It is, like, unhealthy. I feel like a hamster that's hibernating for winter. I don't think they do that. They're nocturnal. I feel like some type of outdoor rodent that hibernates for winter, and I could just sleep for so long. And, like, why do I do that? But then I always just feel tired. I will wake up from a nap and just feel tired. Oh my gosh, I hate those naps that when I wake up, I, like, don't know where I am, and then I feel like crap. Like, I feel physically sick from a nap. They're supposed to make you feel better, I thought. Thoughts? Question mark? Thoughts on naps? Thoughts on why I feel like crap and tired even though I get, like, a good amount of sleep? I did have mono in my lifetime. I don't know if it can still make you tired after years have gone by, but maybe I don't know. Dreams. They confuse me, sorta. I think they're really fascinating. I think there's definitely, like, meanings behind dreams. I don't know if it's just, like, your subliminal consciousness. Ow. Guys, I went hiking today, and I feel like I have the bruise of all bruises right now on my calf. I don't see anything. Okay, anyway. Dreams, yeah. I don't know if it's, like, a subliminal conscious or if it's, like, a message, like, predicting the future, but, like, dreams are whack to me. I don't understand it. If there's, like, actually, though, some type of psychology that studies dreams, I absolutely want to get into that. I have no idea how, but how does your brain just, like, make a movie for you while you're asleep? Like, how does it do that? Something really sad though, like in my walking everyday life, if I don't have glasses or contacts, I have like awful, horrible vision. Like, I know there's girls that are like, haha, like I am like so blind, but like, no, girl, like legit, legally blind in one eye, like legit blind in one eye. It's on my license. Like, we are bad in the. We are bad in the vision department over here. Like, actually bad. So when I take my glasses off, I cannot see. It's like not even a cute little joke. Like, I cannot see. And then in my dreams, I'll have dreams that are so blurry, like every day. So like, I know your brain can't make up like faces and things because like, I don't know. I just know that was a fact somewhere that I learned in class. But like, my brain can't even like make the picture clear for me. When I wear glasses, it's pretty dang clear, and like I can't even get that in dreams. So I don't get dreams. I don't get what makes certain dreams happen. I don't understand why, like, if you eat an orange before you go to bed, you have like some crazy dreams. Like, I don't get it. Ooh, this one, it not only does it confuse me, I guess it doesn't confuse me, actually. It makes sense, but it just irritates me. This is something that just irritates me, is the turnpike. I refuse to drive on the turnpike. I am not the person to go on like a road trip with, because I will take all of the back roads. You will not ever catch me paying to drive on a street. Why would I do that when I can just take like back roads and get there? I understand it's like faster or whatever, but like if you speed enough on those back roads, you can definitely make it there at the same amount of time. And if you are my dad that pays my car insurance, or if you are my insurance agent, I did not say that. That could have been a liability issue. Should I cut it out? Probably. Am I going to? No, because the turnpike confuses me. Why would you pay money to drive on a road? Like, I don't want to do it. There's 3 more on that. This started to get like kind of angry. Nope, there's only one more angry one. We're going to skip over this next one and go straight to the angry one so I can, like, get my rage out for you guys. Karens. Karens confuse me because I don't understand how, like, someone can be so incompetent and just won't shut their mouth for 2 seconds and, like, listen. Like, how do people not have an open mind? It's not that hard to just, like, pause for a second and, like, listen. And just, like, you don't have to agree, but could you just, like, listen? I feel like Karen's go-to method of battle is just be loud and talk over the person. Like, don't even, like, try to understand. I don't understand how Karens can just walk their everyday lives just believing that they are constantly right. Sis, you're not. You're not. Most of the time, you are literally just bitter for no reason. How can you be that bitter? Like, you must be such a, like, miserable person. Your life must be so sad, Karen. Karens really confuse me why they just won't, like, listen. Like, just shut up. Like, Karen, just shut up. Like, it's not that hard. Just, like, stop screaming. I'm going to call the cops. Like, that's not okay. They're going to try to talk to you, too, and you ain't going to listen either. So, like, they're poor husbands. They're poor husbands. Okay. I need to, like, we need to breathe. We need to do some, like, yoga breathing. Speaking of yoga, I saw an Instagram ad that this Saturday they are having yoga with kittens. I really want to go, but I also have a photo shoot that's, like, 45 minutes away, and I feel like there's no way that I'm going to be able to do yoga, get ready that fast, like, looking like a whole model, and then deliver myself on set. Like, I'm not going to be able to go to kitten yoga unless I move the photo shoot. But, like, if I move the photo shoot just because I want to go to kitten yoga, like, is that unprofessional of me? Or is that, like, a girl boss move kind of? Like, yeah, this is good for my mental health, so I'm going to move my career that I'm trying to build. Yeah, that's probably not good. Okay, I think that helped me calm down from Karen. This next thing that confuses me, having vertigo, or just like being dizzy, which I got this really, really bad on Wednesday, which like made no sense because I was so hydrated and like so healthy, but I woke up and like I couldn't even like walk. Like my legs were just numb and like I was so dizzy and I had vertigo and felt like so weak, but like I just don't understand being dizzy. Like I know that like there's a bunch of things that cause it, but it's such a weird feeling. Like I feel like my brain is like turning inside out. Like I feel I don't even know how to explain it. Like my brain is like going in a circle, but my head is staying the same. I don't know. Or have you guys ever been so drunk? Now, this is not like vertigo. This is definitely just being dizzy. But have you guys ever been so drunk that you lay on your mattress and you can like feel yourself going inside of the mattress? Like it feels like you're melting and like being smashed into the mattress. Because that has happened to me way too many times than I would like to admit. I definitely have to have like a party podcast soon and just like tell you guys some of my like wild stories. Like you're gonna see a whole different side of Mara, and I'm so excited to share that with you because I feel like this podcast is definitely like a tamer platform for me, but I definitely want to like have a few little spicy episodes with you guys. Like some things that I might just like tell my parents, like just don't listen to that one. Just don't listen to that one. Anyway, so yeah, being like dizzy and having vertigo, I just how does that happen? Like I know how it happens sometimes, but like it's just the worst feeling. That feeling just makes me feel confused in general. Okay, my last one, this is like this is so dumb, but I think about it a lot, and honestly, it gives me anxiety. Like, I need to go take another Prozac right now, just, like, about to talk about it. I'm, like, panicking. My palms are sweaty, knees weak, mom spaghetti. How haven't we run out of water? Like, as, like, not even just, like, a society, but, like, the whole planet. Like, how is it? I understand the water cycle. I have colored enough pictures and, like, cut and paste enough science crafts in my middle school days. Even in high school, I think we had to learn about the water cycle. Like, I understand it's like getting recycled, but also like, doesn't some of it disappear? Like, it's been around for so long. There's no way I'm drinking dinosaur water. And then like, where does it, like, it's in me. My body needs that water to survive. So like, how does it go away? Like, I just don't, there's so much water on the oceans and stuff, and I understand also things are melting and it's getting hotter, but like, isn't the water gonna evaporate? And then like, yeah, the water cycle is gonna come back, but at some point in time we have to lose like a little bit of water. Like, it has to go somewhere. Like when the trees when the trees drink the water and they grow, like that, the tree absorbed it, and like the tree doesn't give off water. You know what I mean? Like, the tree gives off oxygen. So, like, aren't we losing water? And, like, when the grass drinks water, aren't we, like, losing water? Like, does that... Hello? Like, I'm just, like, helloing myself right now. How haven't we ran out of water? How are there still water bottles? How does my sink still turn on? How can I still take a shower? Like, how... Where did it go? Like, how does it just keep coming back? I understand the water cycle, though, but I don't understand, like, how it's still going. Is it forever? Is it me and water forever? Okay. I need to stop. I'm probably making a big fool out of myself, but, like, whatever. I don't get it. It confuses me. There's, like, a lot of other things that confuse me. Also, lately, I'm not going to go too in depth about this, but I'm going to touch on it a little bit. I have started getting this fun little thing, which I think it's like an effect of anxiety and like depression and stuff. Me, I don't know. But disassociations, yeah, I just started getting those this year, and it's terrifying. And again, I'm not going to go like too in depth because I feel like I can definitely do a really good mental health podcast episode. But that really confuses me. Having disassociations really confuse me, and I never know like what's going on, and it literally feels like everything's confused. Like I feel confused and scared, but then like I'm too tired to care that I'm confused and scared, and then I just feel like a robot and the whole world is like not real. Yeah, that confuses me a lot. That was, yeah. Okay, that's just another podcast. That's not the vibe right now. We're going to jump over to my other list, which is things I'm embarrassed about for literally no reason. Now, I've always been a little shy girly. Definitely, like, when I was in school, like, I'm talking, like, grade school, like, middle school, elementary school. I was so shy. I was, like, I had so much anxiety. And at the time, I was so young. Like, how are you going to tell, like, a 7-year-old you have anxiety? But, like, when I got diagnosed at 12, it all made sense. I literally had anxiety probably as a baby before I even knew what was going on. Tell me how that works. I don't know. Again, we need a mental health podcast soon. Maybe next episode will be a mental health podcast. What are your guys' thoughts on that? We feeling that? Leave some comments on our Instagram at _thoughts podcast. Or I think you can comment on our Spotify now, if that's what you're listening on. No idea on the other platforms, though. But mental health podcast next week, yes or no? All right. Anyway, so a lot of times in like middle school and like definitely in school, I'd be like embarrassed about these things. And even now I find myself being embarrassed about like the stupidest like everyday tasks. Like in all reality, the only one that cares is yourself. Like no one cares about these things. No one literally cares about these things. But it's only like I'm paying attention to myself. If I saw someone else doing it, would I care? No, nothing. I wouldn't even like blink an eye. So let's go. This first thing, when I'm like visiting someone's house. And like, listen, the more that I hang out with someone, the more like comfy I get. But I still have friends that I'm like very close. I can text all day. But like in person, I'm like shy and awkward still. And when I'm at their house asking for water, I am such a water drinker. And like if they don't offer it to me, like I don't think you're a bad host. I definitely don't. Like sometimes it just like slips your mind, you know? But, like, I just get so freaked out. Like, oh, no, how dare I ask for water? Like, how embarrassing that I need something to survive right now. Speaking of water, I need to take, like, a little sip right now. And I can't even open the cap with one hand. I don't want you guys to hear me drink water. I'm going to pause it. Hold on. Wow, that is so much better. I'm so much hydrated. See, why can't I just, like, ask someone that when I'm at their house? Like, hey, can I have some water? Like, what? Why am I so embarrassed? Not a clue. Not a clue. Another one. This has been, like, hitting me recently, and I have no idea. I think it's because... Ooh, I heard a weird sound. I hope you guys didn't hear that, but if you did, I promise it's definitely my fault. Okay, anyway. Something lately, and I think it's because I saw someone I knew from high school, which automatically makes everything I'm doing embarrassing. But I saw someone I knew at high school at a gas station, and I was like, oh no. But like also she was also at the gas station, so like why do I care, you know? But pumping my gas, like when the pump says like I just choked on oxygen. When the pump says like go inside or please see cashier. Nope, I'm not. How dare they know that I'm getting gas for my car? But like, why is pumping gas so like awkward for me? Like I'm standing there like waiting for my car to like drink up, you know, like drink up, Stacy. That's my car's name, by the way. I'm not just like being a weirdo. Like, why is it so awkward? I'm looking around at all the other people doing literally the exact same thing as me, and I'm, like, psyching myself out. I'm like, oh, God. Oh, no. I look, like, weird. Like, I gotta look down at my phone awkwardly. Like, no one cares. We're all at the gas station for the same thing. Why is it so awkward? Also, like, I was at the gas station, and now I'm, like, getting to the point where when I'm around, like, high schoolers, I actually feel, like, kind of old, and I don't like it. And there was like this car of like high school girls, and they're all like giggling at like the gas pump and like, haha, so quirky. And I like just looked over and smiled, and they all just glared at me, and I was like, oh no, this is really awkward. So now like pumping my gas just feels so embarrassing. Okay, this one I'm working on. It used to be really bad for me, and now I'm like getting better at it. Restaurants are better. Drive-thrus are better, but if I'm in a drive-thru and there's another person in my car, like they got to be driving, or I literally cannot order food. Like I have to like sit in the drive-thru and I have to like rehearse my lines over and over and over and make sure I get it right. And like in restaurants too. Restaurants I'm not as bad now. I don't know why. It's getting like better for me, but I'm afraid in a drive-thru I'm gonna make like a fool of myself, and then I'm gonna pull up to the window and I'll be like, hey, it's me, here I am, this is the absolute buffoon that you just had to talk to, it's me in the flesh, I'm so sorry. I don't know, but like if there's another person in the car, like I don't want them to hear my customer service voice. I don't know. Things I'm embarrassed about for no reason. People coming into my work that I know. And it depends who it is. Like, if I know them well, like, I don't care. Like, here I am hustling, babe. Like, you know, on this boss girl. I can't say that word, but you know what I was about to say. Like, here I am. But if it's, like, someone I don't know, like, too well, but, like, they know me. And they, like, go in and it's like, oh, hi. Here I am at work. But I have like so many jobs. I'm like constantly working. I'm constantly like doing crap. And they're going to see me eventually. Why is that awkward? Like, why is that embarrassing for me? Makes literally no sense. This also ties in for like the food thing, or like when I'm at someone's house, asking for literally anything. Like needing something, embarrassing, awkward. Like, how dare you need something? Like, if I'm cold, I'm like, can I have like a blanket? Like, nope, embarrassed. Did you hear me like beatbox there for a second? What even was that? What just came out of my body? Interesting. But yeah, like asking for literally anything, or like if I'm like at a restaurant and I'm like, can I actually get that without tomatoes? I feel like the world's biggest inconvenience, and I feel like everyone at the table is like, oh, she's so picky, and then I'm getting like embarrassed. But like, does anyone actually care that I didn't want tomatoes and I asked for something so I could like make myself happy? Probably not. It's like, I don't understand. Okay. Things I'm confused about, honestly, if we jump back to the last list, things I'm confused about, literally everything that I'm ever embarrassed about. Like, why do I care? Okay, this one, I know there's other people in here that are like this. People hearing me pee. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Like, if I'm at someone's house, like, using the restroom and they can hear me pee, I can't do it. Like, I need you guys to, like, turn up the TV. Turn up the music playlist that's on right now. If I'm in public, nope. I can't do it. I don't know why. It's so worse when it's, like, in a very quiet place and, like, it's just you and another stranger. And, like, we're both in there for the same reason, you know? Why does that bug me? Like, why am I freaked out by that? That's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But, like, people hearing me pee, I can't do it. The only time that I realize that I no longer care is when I'm drunk. But honestly, I don't think I care about any of these things when I'm drunk. It's like liquid courage. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. This one's a good one. I've seen this one on TikTok a couple times. And for some reason, it is only in a classroom setting. But coughing in the classroom, I will hold my coughs in so bad. And before COVID was a thing, I even did it. So like, I know like the beginning of COVID, everyone was afraid to like cough because they're gonna think you had the ick, the big sick, you know. But what, you know? Who was that? That was not Mara. But before COVID happened, I had this like weird coffee thing where I was like coughing for literally like months straight. It was the worst. I even went to a doctor and got like an allergy test. it eventually just went away. I don't know what was my problem. Maybe I had COVID before anyone else knew COVID was a thing. Possibly. But I could not cough in a classroom to save my life. I would like hold it in and I'd be like, like, like choking on air, trying not to cough because I don't know why. Or like sneezing. I even still do this to this day, and maybe it's just because I work in a restaurant and I don't want people to think I'm disgusting, but I hold my sneezes in. Like, if I'm at home, I don't care. I will cough, I will sneeze. Like, my dad hears me from the other room thinking I'm, like, passing away. But, like, in public, I won't cough. I won't sneeze. If I'm, like, by myself, though, like, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't want people to think I'm, like, gross and, like, spreading germs. This is so embarrassing, and this just happened to me, and I actually just ordered a bumper sticker today about it. Getting honked at. Listen, I was trying to pull into a store, and I could swear to you, I was in the turning lane. Maybe I wasn't, but I really think that I was. And my turn signal was on, so like they knew what was about to go down, right? So I was either getting in the turning lane or I was fully in the turning lane. The turning lane was fully involved. I wasn't being a little a-hole and just like trying to turn from the left lane. Like there's a turning lane there for a reason, and I was gonna use it. Oh, what just happened? I think it's about time that I get new headphones. I think that's what is happening, and that's what this means. Anyway, so I was going to turn, and I think that I was, like, almost in the turning lane, getting in the turning lane. Maybe I was in the turning lane, something like that. And the lady behind me just, I swear, she had to hug her steering wheel the way she honked so aggressively and so long at me. And then I look in my mirror, and I got the dirtiest of dirty looks. Like, oh, God, I wanted to get out of my car and fist fight this woman, which I know is really awful, and I'm also 5'2" and, like, barely 100 pounds, so there's no way that was going to end well for me. But I was so offended, and then I was like, that was really embarrassing. Like, everyone just saw me mess up. Like, that was so embarrassing. Or, like, if I'm just, like, at a light, and I'm looking at something, and it just turns green, and they honk like that, I'm like, oh, whoa, don't come at me like that. Like, first off, I get angry, and then I just get embarrassed. Like, I'm trying my best. So the bumper sticker I ordered today, guys, it's pink, and I actually designed it myself on Canva, and I'm going to start a red bubble. So if you guys want to purchase any of, like, my stickers or any, like, stupid quotes or something that you think's funny that, like, I say, it will be on my Redbubble account, and you can buy those. Anyway, so it's pink. And it has, like, the little sparkly emojis, and it says, please do not honk at me. And then underneath of it, it says, I will cry. And I think it's perfect. And it's going to go right on the back of my car, and hopefully less people will honk at me. But honestly, maybe people will start honking at me on purpose, so I will cry, which that is mean. That's what bullies do. And yeah, that's it. I don't know. Okay, I have 2 more. Ready? Waiting in lines. Specifically, like, amusement park rides. I don't know why that just, like, resonates in my brain. But, like, waiting in lines are so awkward. Like, if you're waiting in line at a store, or if you're just, like, waiting in line to, like, order food. Like, waiting in line to me, I'm just like, what if someone sees me waiting in line? What? Like, just, why? I don't... Is this just, like, an anxiety list? Am I, like... venting you my traumas? Are you my therapist? Should I change thoughts to therapist? Like, waiting in lines are just awkward. And then this last one, I tried to face my fear in college with this. I really did. And I don't think it went well. But middle school, this really hit me. Drinking out of water fountains. I'm like laughing at these lists because I'm like, I don't know if I was sober when I wrote these. I had to have been, like, they're spelled correctly, like, and it's true. But drinking out of water fountains, for me, why is it so awkward? Ooh, and when the teachers used to, like, count down, like, 3, 2, 1, and then, like, someone would pat you on the back, and then, like, your time was up, I could not hydrate in that amount of time. Like, are you freaking kidding me? There's no way I can drink my water that fast. And maybe that's why I'm so, like, embarrassed of drinking out of water fountains, because I feel like everyone around me is, like, timing me, and they're like, wow, that girl is really taking a long time at the water fountain. Like, wow, she's so thirsty. Like, who cares? But, like, she's so thirsty. How dare she take that long at the water fountain when you literally need water to survive? Wow. Okay. This list literally started with water and ended with water. I just got a Snapchat from someone and they washed their wallet. And here's something that's fun that I've been finding out recently. And honestly, this made my 4th of July a little bit better. I just keep finding 20s in pockets of all of my pants. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Because, like, I don't know. I just keep finding 20s. I'm not complaining about it. I would be okay if it keeps happening. I think what happens is when I go to the bar, I normally just, like, take my card and open a tab. But I think that I, like, tell myself to bring cash just in case. And I put it in my jeans, and then I get obliterated, and I forget. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I found like $20 that I didn't have. But like, girl, you had it the whole time, you silly little goose head. Right? I think, okay. So let's have like a moment. Aw, wait. I just looked over on my whiteboard of ideas. And my first episode of season 2, I did a little train of thoughts. And I think it's time for another train of thoughts by Mara. So I have 3 more little things, and I'm just going to reintroduce this again because I did it in the first episode, but if you didn't hear the first episode, here we go again. Train of thoughts. These are just 3 little thoughts that I wrote down randomly, and they are not long enough to make an entire episode of thoughts, but I just want them like out and about. So here's the first one, soup. I don't care how hot it is. I don't care what the weather is. I don't care what the season is. I don't care. I love soup. Soup should be a meal, but I also need like more with it, you know. But I love soup. I just really enjoy soup. I'll eat soup in the summer. I will eat soup in the winter. I will eat soup in the in-betweens. I really forgot what those seasons are called. Spring and fall. I will eat soup in all of the above. I love it. Okay. Second one, dandelions. I feel like we don't, at least where I live, which is Ohio, we don't have enough, like, time with the dandelions, which I'm actually allergic to dandelions. I found that out in that allergy test that I had to take. But, we don't have enough time for dandelions. I think they're so cute, and, like, they're quirky and cute. And when I see them, I'm like, oh, look, like a little yellow little friend. And then, like, the next thing I know, I go outside and they're gone. Is it because my dad mowed the lawn? Perhaps. But, I just feel like dandelions only happen like once a year or maybe twice a year. I don't know. I'm kind of stupid. I feel like the end of spring is when I see dandelions, but then I also feel like I see them in fall. I definitely don't see dandelions in fall, do I? I don't think. I like that I pause for you guys to answer, so I hope you guys are like talking out loud with me right now, but I can't hear you. But we deserve more time with dandelions because I think they're fun. I actually do enjoy them. And there used to be like wild dandelions. I swear, wild dandelions. And they were like red in my backyard. They're not there anymore though. Maybe I was just like hallucinating. I don't know. Okay, and my last one carries on to the rage that I had earlier. People who don't listen. I just want to say, like, your life will get so much better if you can just admit that you don't know everything. And, like, sometimes you just shut up and just listen. Just listen. You'd be surprised. Because, like, even then, if you don't agree, at least you took the time to at least try to understand someone else's perspective. And, like, I could keep going on and on about this. Maybe I need to do a rage cast by myself this season. But people who don't listen. I do. All right. Enough of that. I don't remember what I was talking about before I jumped on my little train of thoughts. So I think it's about... Oh, I do remember. Hold on. Please hold. I remember. So next week, maybe a mental health episode. Yes or no? I do want to do a party story episode, and I think I'm going to do it with my friend Julia. If you're listening, hey girl, hey. And then... a rage cast maybe? Do we want a rage cast episode? I definitely have like lots of drama in my life, some bad friendship, some just some past boy drama that I think that I'm able to like talk about now. because I think it's like far enough in the past, that I can talk about it without getting some angry text messages. Although I did talk about like a high school like ex-friend, and I thought that I was in the clear to talk about it, and then once again I got some angry little text message, so that was surprising. But like, I'm just saying the truth, dogs. I really am. Anyway, so maybe like a boy dating advice kind of podcast, maybe a question and answer. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Again, you can find it on Instagram, or you can DM me if you know me on other social medias, or I think Spotify now you can leave comments. So, thank you so much for listening, guys. If you haven't, please give this podcast a rate on your streaming platform and follow on Insta at _Thoughts Podcast. See you guys next week, and I hope that you have a good month of July, because I just don't.